Yeah, what's good YouTube? It's your boy Only One KDB and I'm back with another video. In today's video, we got jobs WWE stars had before wrestling. Now, if you're new to the channel, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you get notified when I drop another banger. Make sure y'all smash that like button because it helps me get into the algorithm. We about to get to the video, no more talking, man. Let's get it.
Alright, so picture this. You sign up for your new local gym,
Yes, sir.
and on your first day, you see this baddie receptionist, and it's Trish freaking Stratus.
Oh, Trish Stratus, I remember her.
Nice.
Nice.
Imagine you're out late with the boys, and you get pulled over for speeding, but the cop pulling you over is the Great Khali.
The Great Khali was a cop? Bro, imagine getting pulled over by the Great Khali. That would be ridiculous. That's crazy, man. I didn't know he was a cop, man. You learn something new every day.
Alright, and last one. Imagine you're out on a date with your girl, and the waitress that's serving you guys is Nikki Bella. Well, folks, now you can stop with the imaginations, because these are not fantasies, these are actual jobs these WWE stars had before stepping inside the ring. And today we're about to take a wild ride through the weird and wonderful world of pro wrestling careers that'll make you see your favorite stars in a whole new light. From bodyguards to football players, from limo drivers to lingerie football players. Oh yeah, we're going there. This is Grease from Wrestleology, and today we're diving headfirst into the unusual jobs WWE stars had before they stepped inside the ring. So whether you're a diehard WWE fan or just someone who appreciates a good before they were famous story, stick around because we're about to uncover some hidden gems that'll make you...
I'm a diehard WWE fan, but I'm a casual at the same time because I was a diehard. Now, I am a diehard fan, but I started watching wrestling when I was younger, but when I got like to high school, I stopped watching it. So now I'm catching back up. So I'm a diehard casual.
What the hell did you just say?
If that makes sense. That probably didn't make no sense. My bad. Let's continue.
Say, wait, they did what? More times than you can count. Let's kick things off with none other than the phenomenal one himself, AJ Styles. Now, we all know AJ as the guy who can do things in the ring that defy laws of physics, but before he was defying gravity, you know what he was defying? Dehydration. That's right, folks. AJ Styles used to be a water delivery guy. Picture this, a young AJ Styles, probably with a much less impressive hairstyle, lugging around water jugs like they were championship belts at the age of 7. While most of us were still figuring out how to tie our shoelaces, little AJ was out here picking up garbage at a raceway. But you know what the really cool thing is? Styles actually paid for his wrestling training by giving water to his trainers.
I used that water to take to the trainer because I didn't have money, but I had water, and I used that to pay for training.
Why? Because he didn't have the money to pay for his training. Now that's what you call some phenomenal dedication. And moving on to our next superstar, we've got the Celtic Warrior himself, Sheamus. Now before he was putting his opponents to sleep by bro-kicking their heads off, Sheamus had a couple of interesting gigs up his sleeve. First off, he was an IT technician. Yeah, try to wrap your head around that one. The same guy who looks like he could bench press a small car was once the dude you'd call when your computer wouldn't turn on. Have you tried turning it off and on again, fella? I'm sorry. That was horrible. Anyway, I'd pay good money to hear Sheamus actually say that. But that's not even the best part. Sheamus also worked as a bodyguard for an Irish nightclub. And not just any nightclub. Oh no, we're talking about a place where the top celebrities would hang out, including stars like Bono from U2. So before Sheamus was protecting his spot in the WWE, he was protecting Bono's pint of Guinness. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm having a hard time picturing Sheamus in a suit, earpiece, and sunglasses mean-mugging anyone who got too close to Bono's drink. Up next, we've got the GOAT himself, the man who carried the WWE on his back for years, John Cena.
Hey, John Cena, we still waiting for that album, man. We need you to drop another song. You used to be a rapper. If y'all don't know, John Cena used to be the greatest rapper to ever touch to ever touch the ring. We gonna say that. Now, R-Truth is up there. R-Truth, he giving him a run for his money. But John Cena, he was that back in the day, man. Y'all should go listen to his music. Great rapper. You know, I listen to it every day. But that's off topic. Let's get back to the video.
Now, what do you think Cena was doing before he was telling folks they can't see him? Turns out he was making sure people could see their destination. That's right, people. John Cena, 16-time world champion, was once a limo driver, and by his own admission, he was terrible at it. In an interview with Bloomberg, Cena spilled the beans about his pre-wrestling gig, and boy, is it a doozy. Picture this: a young John Cena, probably still rocking those infamous jorts, behind the wheel of a stretch limo. Sounds pretty cool, right? Well,
yeah.
Not so fast. You see, Cena grew up in a small town, which meant his sense of direction was about as reliable as a squirrel on crack. As a result, Big Match John was constantly making customers late for their flights, and Cena described the experience as very humbling.
Damn.
Oh, and before he was a limo driver, Cena was a bodybuilder, because of course he was. I mean, have you seen the guy? Cena was working from 4 in the morning to midnight and took advantage of the gym
Holy
facilities
shit.
between shifts. I'd wake up, use the gym locker rooms and the shower, and repeat the process all over again, the C Nation leader told an interview with the US Sun. And one day, while working out, another gym goer suggested that he should try wrestling, and the rest, as we know, well,
It's history.
It's history. Now let's shift gears and talk about someone who had a very unique pre-wrestling career. And I'm talking about Summer Rae, who used to be with the WWE. Before she was turning heads in the WWE, Summer was turning heads in a whole different arena, the Lingerie Football League. I didn't even know that was a thing. And for those of you who aren't familiar with the Lingerie Football League, which has since been rebranded as the Legends Football League, it's exactly what it sounds like.
Damn,
It's
say it.
football played in lingerie. Summer Rae was a member of the Chicago Bliss for 3 whole seasons, and she took it pretty seriously. Being a big WWE fan, she eventually got signed by the company in 2011, so in a roundabout way, we have lingerie football to thank for Summer Rae's wrestling career. Who would have thought? But anyway, moving on to our next superstar, we've got the man herself, Becky Lynch. Now, Becky had a couple of interesting gigs up her sleeve. First off, she was a flight attendant, and Becky got the job because of her flight attendant. She worked for Aer Lingus for 4 whole years, and can you imagine Becky Lynch in one of those neat little uniforms demonstrating how to use the emergency exits? In case of a water landing, your seat cushion can be used as a flotation device, or you can just disarm her on your way out. But that's not all. Becky Lynch, even the trailblazer, was also a stage actress. From 2011 to 2012, she appeared in numerous plays. Now, I don't know about you, but I think it would be pretty interesting to see Becky Lynch in a Shakespeare production. To be the man or not to be the man, that is the question. Big Time Bex has also worked as a waitress at an Irish bar as well as a pizza chef before joining the WWE. And it just goes to show you, you never know where life's gonna take you. One minute you're asking people to fasten their seatbelts, the next you're the biggest female star in professional wrestling. Life can be pretty funny like that. Up next, representing the former bloodline and often hailed as the best WWE tag team of this generation, we have Jimmy and Jay, the Usos. And in a WWE My First Job video, the Usos revealed that they used to install office furniture for a living. According to the twins, it was grueling work with long hours and they didn't enjoy it one bit. And can you blame them? I mean, have you ever tried putting together IKEA furniture? Now imagine doing that all day, every day for other people. No wonder they jumped at the chance when their uncle, the late great Umaga, offered to train them in Houston. It's kind of poetic when you think about it. They went from putting together office furniture to taking apart their opponents in the ring. Now that's what I call a career change. But the Usos weren't the only ones. Next up, we've got the tribal chief himself,
Roman Reigns. Let me guess, he played football. I already know.
Roman Reigns. Now, we all know Roman Reigns is the head of the table, the big dog, the powerhouse,
The big dog.
Before all that, Roman was, well...
Roman, I'm going to take your spot. Don't take it personal. I'm going to come into the WWE and be the big dog. No offense to you, but... You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be the new big dog and the powerhouse and shit like that. You cool with that? Alright, bet.
He was still pretty damn impressive. I did speak in a former video about his football journey, but I felt like that needs to be focused on more. So you see, after a stellar football career at Georgia Tech, Roman Reigns, then known by his real name Joe Anoa'i, tried out for the NFL, and he had shots with the Minnesota Vikings and the Jacksonville Jaguars, but unfortunately it didn't pan out. But did that stop the tribal chief? Hell no. Reigns took his talents north of the border and played a season with the Edmonton Eskimos in the Canadian Football League. But here's where it gets interesting. After his football career, Roman didn't immediately jump into wrestling. He started installing office furniture for his sister's business. That's right, the head of the table used to assemble tables. It's a mental image that's both hilarious and kind of awesome at the same time. And soon after, Roman and the Usos signed contracts to FCW, and fast forward a decade later, they have changed the landscape of the WWE forever. Now let's talk about a superstar who's proof that good things come in small packages. I'm of course talking about the goddess herself, Alexa Bliss. You see, in her teenage years, Alexa suffered from a severe eating disorder. It was a tough time, but Alexa didn't let it define her. Instead, she turned it into a fuel for an incredible transformation. With the support of her parents, she got into bodybuilding. And when I say she got into it, I mean she absolutely crushed it. Alexa became one of the youngest people to ever receive a pro card in bodybuilding. She even participated in the Arnold Classic. Yeah, that Arnold. Arnold Schwarzenegger. Yeah, that Arnold. Like
Arnold
the Terminator. That Arnold. Arnold Schwarzenegger. Yeah, that Arnold. Like the Terminator. Let that sink in for a moment. It just goes to show that you never judge a book by its cover, or in this case, never judge a wrestler by their size. Alexa might be small, but she got the heart of a champion and the determination of a bodybuilder. No wonder she's achieved so much in the WWE. I think it is pretty darn inspirational that Alexa took a negative experience and turned it into something positive. She didn't just overcome her eating disorder, she body slammed it and pinned it for a 3 count, and that's what makes her a true goddess. We're still waiting for your return, Alexa. And speaking of returns, last but certainly not least, we've got the beast incarnate himself, Brock Lesnar. Now, when you look at Brock, you probably think, yeah, this guy's been built like a tank since birth, and you wouldn't be far off, but even the beast had to start somewhere. And as some of you may already know, Brock grew up on a farm. And after his farm days, Brock worked in construction. Now, that makes sense, doesn't it? I mean, the guy looks like he could build a house with his bare hands. And honestly, he probably could if he wanted to. From there, Brock went on to become an amateur wrestler, and then a WWE superstar, then
I meant to ask people that, like, do you gotta have a wrestling background in order for you to get into the WWE? Like, do you have to have, like, a wrestling background when it comes to, like, high school wrestling and just wrestling in general? I don't think you do, but I think you gotta do a lot of training to get into WWE. That shit ain't easy to get into, man. So for those that want to participate in WWE, man, you better you gotta train your ass off, I'm not gonna lie. And you gotta have some type of athletic ability, of course, and the rest of that good stuff, whatever come with that shit. But yeah, man, let's continue. Let's finish the video.
NFL prospect, which didn't quite pan out, and then a UFC fighter where he became a UFC champion. Finally, after that, he was a New Japan Pro Wrestling star, and then he returned back to WWE. It's like the guy can't sit still, but I guess when you're built like the Incredible Hulk and have more talent in your little finger than most people have in their whole body, you probably want to try everything, right? But there you have it, everybody. From water delivery to bodyguard to limo driver to lingerie football, our favorite WWE superstars have done it all. And these stories remind us that our favorite larger-than-life characters are at the end of the day just like us. They've had odd jobs, they've had setbacks,
not like us.
They've had to work hard to get where they are. And you know what? I think that's what makes their success even more impressive. Thank you for watching. And
yeah, man. Shout out to Wrestleology, man. He made some amazing videos. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. Make sure y'all like the video and hit that notification bell, man. I'm out of here. Hope y'all boys enjoy the rest of y'all day. I am tired as... But I'm about to get out of here, man. This was a great video. Shout out to Alexa Bliss. And I thought they was going to do Liv Morgan, man. Because Liv Morgan used to work at Hooters, I think. But we about to get out of here.